This is Lieutenant Turbo Gary doing a flyby over the debate arena. Can't seem to get a visual over. Oh, hold off on the fireworks! Holy shit! Stop the fireworks! I can't see anything! Jesus fuck! Oh god! I can't control it! I'm going down! Mayday! Mayday! Oh! Oh my god! Mayday! Oh god!
Good evening, and welcome to the 2019 BPL Mayoral Debates. I'm your moderator for the evening, Colberto. For the first time, the Black Pants Legion is electing a mayor to represent the members of the BPL, and tonight, they'll be asked questions given to us by BPL members. Ladies and gentlemen, your candidates for the 2019 BPL mayoral race: Captain Obvious, Fred, Stagger,
There we go!
Sunny D,
Hey.
Tom,
Hello.
and Jupiter, a late candidate, but we thank him for his service. Fair Fight Fred is another candidate who could not be with us tonight, but left us with this statement. As mayor, I would hold the position with integrity. We'll fight the establishment to create silly Discord titles as rewards and punishments. So if you want some honesty in your political candidate, let's all just be frank.
Let's all just not vote for him.
Now, to briefly explain the rules. Candidates will have 1 minute 30 seconds to answer all questions, and 30 seconds to respond to follow-ups or rebuttals if your name is invoked. When your time is up, I will let you know. We all know you want to debate these important topics, but please, wait your turn and don't talk over other candidates. It's time for some brief introductions. You each have 30 seconds, starting with Captain Obvious.
All right, listen here. You all want to know the secret of life. You all want to know what it is. I've seen the other side. I've been there. I've seen the space web. I was there. 2004, Fresno. I was there. You all think you know it? You don't. I know it. 2004, Podesto, Fresno. You want someone who's knowledgeable about this stuff. You want a technocrat. You want me.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Fred, your opening statement.
Hello there. Well, you see, Mr. Colberto, my microphone died. I can't talk, so here I am using a fucking text-to-speech.
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you, Fred. Stagger, your opening statement.
All right, I am standing on, what I want out of this campaign is I want to burn anyone who disagrees. I want to acquire personal wealth, and also I'd like to crack a few jokes and have a good time. Smell you later, fuckers. I'm the best, and I will kill anyone who disagrees with me.
I will burn you.
False God.
How fucking dare you?
False God!
Let's not get riled up yet, but thank you, Stagger. Sunny D, your opening statement.
Hello, it's me, Sunny D. I'm here to make memes great again. If you haven't heard of me, you haven't been on General lately because I spam memes quite a lot. Good luck to you all.
A gracious statement. Tom, your opening statement.
Hello, I'm Tom Tombadil. I'm a racing car driver and I love candy. I'd love to be the mayor of the Black Pants Legion. I think I'd do great at it. Let's do this thing. Can you speak to me in the New York accent from now on?
I agree.
No, I will not.
Nah, fuck you. Do it.
Jupiter, your opening statement.
I would like to thank my previous gentleman for attending this debate. I'm sure it is to be one to remember. I would like to stand firm upon my platform. My platform has been previously stated. Of course, I'll be running this as clear as possible. And as I stated before, $10 for everybody who votes for me.
Thank you very much to all of the candidates for your statements. Let's jump right into the questions. First question is for Captain Obvious, submitted by an anonymous constituent. The question is, what hat would Tom Tombadil look the cutest in?
A skull cap for his grave, because he's going down.
Damn straight.
Tom, you have 30 seconds to respond.
I think I'd look great in like a really tiny pink cowboy hat.
Wow.
Aw.
Nicely done. Why pink?
Because that would be pretty funny, I think.
How tiny are we talking?
Not too tiny, but probably like a fedora size.
Gentlemen, this is not a
With
Tom
glitter.
campaign rally. Next question goes to Fred from an anonymous constituent. When Tom inevitably becomes mayor, what are some policies you wish to see him enact?
If I lose the election, it has been rigged.
Thank you, Fred. Next
It's a vote
question
of-
goes to Stagger,
Vote
again from
Right
an
on.
anonymous constituent.
Let's do this.
Why should Tom be mayor?
Why should Tom be mayor? Well, he shouldn't. I mean, he's an anti-Zor guy. He hates fire. I mean, the man hasn't even drenched himself in fucking gasoline. Let's be honest. If you haven't killed a man in cold blood, you're not worthy to have the fucking title.
I have been drenched in gasoline before. It sucks. Especially if you
sucks?
get yourself caught on fire. That's stupid.
It doesn't suck. God,
It
it's the
hurts
only way
so
that I
much.
can wake up in the
It hurts
morning.
so
I
much.
just huff that gas. I love it.
That
Thank
is a
you,
good way to
Stagger.
die.
Next question goes to Sunny D. This question is from the Black Pants Legion News. Will you try to make Prussia great again?
Well, of course. If it wasn't great already, you can only get better with memes.
Next question for Tom from an anonymous constituent. Whose mom would you like to see Tom Bombadil destroy?
Ooh.
Oh, dang. That's a pretty good That's a great question, but I think one of the write-ins for this bout would be Bresta Jeff's mom, so I think I would like to, destroy her the most. And she's not in here, so she doesn't get a rebuttal, so yeah.
A popular answer, no doubt. Next question is for Captain Obvious. This question is from Tex. Have you ever been so far as to want to do more like?
Well, here's my answer. Possible. But the reason why is because I've seen things. I've seen Stagger funding water terrorists to overthrow the Church of Zor. He wants to drown us all in
Son of
water
a
instead of
bitch.
fire. I would do whatever Texas question was because I've seen the truth that we have heretics running for mayor, and you shouldn't vote for Mitch Stagger and Tom and not
The day of
I'm
the
a-
rope is upon us.
It seems that
water
we have
fucking son of a
another
bitch.
who has entered the debate late. Buttbot being represented by Shotgun Bill. I will add him to the list. You will be after Jupiter.
Thank you, Mr.
Next
Speaker.
question- No problem. Next question goes to Fred. This question comes from Red Mage. Where is the blackjack and hookers?
Well, you see, Mr. Colberto. In
I
review
swear
of
to
48 cases of clinical fetishism, fetishes included clothing, 58.3%, rubber and rubber items, 22.9%, footwear, 14.6%, body parts, 14.6%, leather, 10.4%.
Thank you, Fred. Going on to the next question, still for Stagger, from an anonymous constituent.
Right.
What do you do to remove Big Ant? You have a minute.
What do I do to remove Big Ant? Well, my ants are all very big. They're very fat. I live in Wisconsin. And honestly, the best way to get rid of them is to not call them on holidays. Like they want to talk to me on every Christmas. They want to talk to me on every Thanksgiving. And what you do is you just don't contact them, period. You go over, maybe you eat some Christmas dinner, and they want to say how big you are or how small you've gotten or you lost weight or got a haircut, and you just ignore them. Next question.
Thank you, Stagger. Next question for Sunny D. This question also from the Black Pants Legion News. Would you support having German as the main language across the globe?
Well, depends. If it's screaming, of course. If it's just normal German, no.
A concise answer. Next question goes to Tom. This question from Tex. What do a mayor do to remove green ants?
Well, to get rid of green ants, I think, and it's a great question, by the way. I thank you for this. To remove green ants, I think we have to remove all green earth from this planet. And I wholeheartedly believe that if we were to light the whole planet ablaze it would be considerably less
Welcome to the
green,
Black Pants
and
Legion, my
then we would have no more green ants. They would all be black ants.
Thank you,
gosh.
Tom. Next question for Jupiter. This question from an anonymous constituent. What is your favorite state and why is it Kansas?
My favorite state is, in fact, Texas. Kansas is basically a smaller version of Texas, of course, as we all know. Texas being the greatest state in the Union and possibly the world.
Yeah!
We are a very wealthy state, as you know, wealthy enough to pay everybody $10 for everybody who votes for me.
Thank you for that blatant bribery. Next question for Buttbot, represented by Bill. This question is from I'm a sovereign citizen who can't be compelled to provide his identification when he is traveling on the high seas of land one nation und, and it appears they ran out of space on the form. The question is, why are you bitch?
I don't know, everyone. Why are you bitches? Great question. Next.
A concise response. Next question for Captain Obvious. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. Which pretzels do you prefer? Hard snack pretzels or soft dough pretzels?
Oh, well, to start, I prefer soft dough, but the Black Pants Legion News Network, I mean, what a question to ask. What a garbage question to ask. They are the worst, most fake news organization you will ever find. They are awful.
I like the question.
They don't even turn the camera.
No.
They don't even turn the cameras. They suck Fred's dick all day long. That's all they do. They want to crush a country that doesn't exist.
Fred, please.
Belgium doesn't even exist.
Maintain some decorum, Fred, please.
They're the worst, disgusting fake news organization you will ever find. They eat literal garbage.
No.
Let's just move on to the next question, going to Fred. This question from Gooblamithus the Wizard. Is magic inherently good or evil?
Ararara raised to the power of 2 and EATTTYYY. Oops mal. KKKJJJHHH $FDDD equals SSS. QQQ. www, XXX CCC. .vvv/BBB plus NNN% egg raised to the power of 3 plus. Oof.
Thank you, Fred. Next question goes to Stagger. This question from Magos, not altruism. Power bottom?
Oh, no, absolutely. I'm a total power. I pound that shit. We call that the Laufenberg jackhammer. That's actually my real last name.
Thank you for doxing yourself. Next question goes to Sunny D. This question from an anonymous constituent. $5 sucky suck.
Well, depends on the vacuum cleaner.
Excellent answer. Next question goes to Tom. This question from Red Mage. What will you do for us Canadians?
Well, Canada is such a beautiful, beautiful country and all, with its great dense forests. But if I could go back to the pretzels thing, I really like hard pretzels the best. I love pretzels.
A heartwarming response, to be sure. This next question for Jupiter. Question is from John Q. Public. How many Stouffer's pizzas can you eat?
It depends on the size of said Stouffer's
Fucking
pizza.
trick question. They don't have Stouffer's pizzas.
It is actually incorrect, sir. Stouffer's pizzas were sold.
They've got fucking Stouffer's lasagna, but no pizzas.
I'm sorry, can we take Stagger off the stage, please?
All right, fine.
As I was saying, Stouffer's pizzas, wonderful things. They're very cheap, actually. You can even buy them with the $10 that you would secure with my vote.
Thank you for that, Jupiter. Next question for Buttbot, represented by Bill. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. Your ad could be here.
That's absolutely right, News. Thank you for participating in this mayoral debate. You get live coverage from News every day, even right now. So keep listening in. Thanks, fellow viewers. Bye.
Is it just me or does Shotgun Bill sound like the sexiest motherfucker on the planet? Let's vote him in. He's not even in this fucking race.
Let's keep the rabble down. Next question is for Captain Obvious. This question from the esteemed Captain James T. Kirk. Kobayashi Maru scenario. How solved? Asking for a friend.
Okay, so what you want to do, I've only ever seen that new movie, so what you want to do is you want to, who was he having sex with? The green lady?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you want to take her, have her do it, get out of there, tell them this whole thing's bullshit, show them Kerbal Space Program, play that. Wait, what was the question?
The question was Kobayashi Maru scenario. How solve? Asking for a friend.
What's a Kobayashi Maru?
That is truly tragic to hear. We need to take a quick break, but we'll be back with the Black Pants Legion March 2019 debate, sponsored by Locke and Gluger.
My fellow Americans, every year we face choices instrumental to our natural freedoms bestowed by our ancestors onto our mortal selves. This year your choices are all the simpler, with the finest firearm yet designed by Locke and Gluger Incorporated, a limited liability corporation. The latest in toggle lock action in formidable mighty 9mm bore shark, the Gluger represents the latest in 19th century innovation for the 21st century red-blooded American. With polymer grip, Picatinny rails, this pistol is a surefire way to impress your fellow friends. For gun aficionados and hot-blooded Americans alike, the Gluger is the ultimate in toggle-locked 21st century polymer frame pistols. It's a gun that's so fancy that Gun Jesus himself ought to like it, and not because we pay him to. It's a gun so fancy that both mall ninjas and commandos will drop and rejoice at yet another inexpensive, premium firearm that they have no idea how to operate. That's because we don't much believe in instructional manuals here at Locke and Gluger. We respect our customers too much. That's because this gun is for showing friends, family, and strangers to enhance your precious self-esteem. Just like your totally custom and completely unique, totally not Mall Ninja AR-15 bill. With the optional iGluger upgrade, you can swipe your gun at any point of sale for instant gratification with blockchain protection, as the Gluger adds yet another peace of mind to your daily travels. Our customers asked us, why did you turn a gun into an electronic point of sale? Our answer is, because you deserve it, and that's why. But enough yapping. Let's hear it from our customers.
Are you guys even qualified to make firearms?
Why, yes. We are an American veteran corporation making guns for Americans by Americans.
That makes no fucking sense. What are you even talking about?
American veteran owned and operated with pride. You are welcome.
I didn't even ask if you, sir. Are you fucking insane?
God bless America. And the world is yours with Locke and Gluger.
Hello, Legionnaires. This is Firefighter Frank here, throwing his hat in the ring for mayor. I figured, who'd more to trust than the new guy, So go ahead, vote Frank. Don't you know who'll treat you right? Who'll always make sure you have a fair fight.
Vote. Vote for the group. Vote for the group. Every vote gives this kitty a treat. Ain't that right, Ivy? One vote, one treat for Kitty. This titty needs a treat. The one-eyed kitty. Treat. One vote equals one treat for Kitty. Ah, glorious.
Next question for Fred. This question from Chaos Warlord. Do you hear the voices too?
Yes, just call me Fred Hawkins. There is cute puppies over that way.
Interesting answer. Next question goes to Tom from the Black Pants Legion News. Can I borrow your rake?
I don't see a problem with that, but instead of answering that question, I'm going to drink this fine Canadian Pilsner. 473 milliliter, or 1 pint of it.
Oof, 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 oof.
Mostly water. Use that to pour it on a consecrated temple of Zor.
I can drink the whole thing.
Fuck you.
Have a fucking breath. Have a breath, man.
So this sounds pretty deep in the throat.
Take a deep breath.
Boy can't handle his Pilsner.
Let's just calm down. Thank you, Tom, for that gross ASMR. Moving on to Jupiter. This question from an abusive mod. What is your stance on coffee boarding?
It depends on the coffee. Now, if somebody is, say, very susceptible to the effects of caffeine, decaf coffee would usually be preferred, as you do not want to overexcite the subject, because, of course, when you're coffee boarding, you want to extract information. A good coffee is usually, you can buy pretty good cheap coffee, usually under $10 that one can secure by voting for me.
Said like a man who has coffee boarded before. Next question goes to Buttbot, represented by Bill. This question from an anonymous constituent. This is a repeat question. Going on to the next one. This question from a bag of trash. Garbage day?
Garbage day?
The answer we were looking for. Next question goes to Captain Obvious. This question from The Sun. How hot is it in your pants?
I mean, I have ice cubes down there right now. I'm starting to feel a puddle.
Gross.
We call that panty soup.
Next question goes to Fred. This question from Red Mage. How much meth could you meth if so wanted to?
In the period from 1885 to 1908, many well-documented atrocities were perpetrated in the Congo Free State, today the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which, at the time, was a colony under the personal rule of King Leopold II of the Belgians.
Thank you for that impromptu history lesson. Next question goes to Stagger.
Right there I am.
From Urist P. Dorf.
God
How
bless
many
us.
elves does it take to destroy all magma?
Any of them. Kill all elves. The knife ears have to be put down. Those fucking pieces of shit. God damn! They're fucking... chop down the trees, chop off their ears. That's it. They cannot be trusted besides being anything but cordwood.
A passioned answer. Next question goes to Sunny D. This question from Coach 23. How much longer until Bear Pants Legion?
Well, if it was up to me, it would already have happened, because, but...
Woo!
A interesting answer. Next question goes to Tom. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. Is water wet?
Well, I can tell you something here. Beer is wet. Oh yeah, let's do another one.
I will burn you.
Tom's sounding better and better as time goes on.
Is he shoving it up his ass?
I will burn you.
What is that
I will
sound?
murder you.
Let's all just calm down and go on to the next question. The next question.
Is that a fucking truck?
Let's not ask questions to me. I'm asking questions to you.
I swear to God. I swear to
Question
Zord.
actually goes
I
to
will
Jupiter.
murder you.
This question comes from Coach 24. Are we there yet? Question goes to Jupiter.
See, that's a very hard question to ask, and I really do thank you for asking such a question. It's something that we have to ask ourselves every day. Are we there yet? The destination is something that we don't normally find. And finding that destination is really a journey in of itself. But if you call, say, a taxi, you could maybe get to that destination for under $10, which you can secure by voting for me.
A
That's deep right
confusing
there.
and non-committal
That's
answer.
deep.
Thank you very much. Next question goes to Bill representing Buttbot. This question from Windmill Arms Johnson. I can't stop spinning my arms. I am concerned about the environment. How fix?
Call in Don Quixote.
Don Quixote, noted environmental expert. Thank you. Moving on to Captain Obvious again. This question from Not an AI. Does a set of sets contain itself?
Look, I never took no book learning. Not from no university, no shul, or no collage. But I know the truth. You go to Fresno, 2004. I have the documents right here. You go to Fresno, 2004. You'll find your answer. You'll find all of it. You'll know you'll know what happened. You'll know about Roswell. You'll know about Boswell. You'll know about Heckler and Koch's secret.
No.
Are you? Who's this busted you, Fred?
No.
That's what I thought, bitch boy.
Let's all just calm down and move on to the next question. This question does go to Fred. This question from Coach25 asks also, are we there yet?
I will. Murder you.
Thank you, Fred. Next question goes to Stagger. This question from Big Business.
There we
How
are.
many taxes? Like more than 5?
Well, taxes, they're not. If you can do taxes, sure, if you make money, but if you make it the way I do, well, you don't really have to pay all of them. You probably make, well, honestly, I did like $2,500 each time. That's how much I make. And it's not a big deal. Pretty much. Next question.
Next question goes to Sunny D from Coach26, who asks, also, are we there yet?
Well, of course. Didn't you see an hour ago?
A shit answer. Thank you very much. Moving on to Tom. Next question from Cheese. Cheese.
Oh, fuck. I love cheese.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Moving on to Jupiter. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. How would you hide someone from the government?
So first, to hide somebody from the government, you're going to want to remove the chip that has been implanted in your head since birth. That is usually a pretty risky procedure, but if done correctly, can save you from a lot of trouble. Then you're going to want to go to the store and buy about $10 worth of equipment that one can secure by voting for me.
Always with the $10, and your last few answers have made me scared of you. Thank you very much. Next question goes to Buttbot, represented by Bill. This is from Coach28. Did we forget someone?
That's actually a really important question, and I really wanted to talk about that earlier. So the question, are we there yet? That's something that I have thought about a lot for Mr. Buttbot, of course, in that, are we ever actually going to get to where we want to be? Should we treat the question as a sort of ideal dream where, are we there yet? It's not a question of actually getting there. It's about going beyond. It's about achieving your dreams. Can you repeat the question very quickly? Oh, no. You were right. It was about leaving people behind. That is a very important question. And I believe that Buttbot would leave no one behind.
Do you fucking hear this guy?
Passion answer. Thank you very much.
Sounds amazing.
Next question goes to Captain Obvious. This question from a large bag of sentient ants. More sugar?
You don't want to have sugar. Not too much, anyway. Listen, what it does to you, it's in the same family as DMT. You know what DMT is, right? Transit. Okay, but
what?
So what you do when you take DMT is it actually connects you to the machine elves. These are people who live in the Andromeda Galaxy, and you know that our Milky Way galaxy is in collision with the Andromeda Galaxy. And what they're trying to do is they want to pin us. They want to get our hydrogen to mix with theirs and form a quasar, which will anchor us, spatially anchor us. This is all coming out too. Like Reuters reported this like maybe 2 days ago. It's all coming out. They want to pin us into the space whale that we are in. Our supercluster A, is within a space whale. It happened 2-3 trillion eons ago. And if you eat sugar, you are enslaving yourselves to the machine elves that contact you when you take DMT.
Free candy.
Frightening. Deeply, deeply frightening. The next question goes to Fred. This question from Dr. Laserbeams. I need to know how many lasers we will be allowed in the coming year. Those fucking squirrels. So many squirrels. Why the squirrels?
Well, you see, Mr. Colberto, I can appreciate he might have some good content, but if it is there, it's diluted in a mountain of shit. The thought of watching Liv commented, an edited SS13 gameplay turns my stomach and attention span. There's just such better SS13 content that has a smaller following, for example Admiral Hippie, Krillbill and Boat Bomber. They are all edited and much more entertaining. Lasagna. Goddamn Stoffer's lasagna.
I suppose. Thank you. Next question goes to Stagger.
First of all, Stouffer's is good for the price.
This question is from the Black Pants Legion News, and is on topic then. What the fuck is the BPLF, Stagger? Did Stouffer's shit in your
The Black Pants Liberation Front. We're on the front. We have AK-47s. We are fucking doing our shit. We are in Jeep Wranglers running around in the desert, and we are doing bad shit all the time. God bless the BPLF.
Thank you very much. Next question goes to Sunny D. This question from Walter White. Meth good?
Yeah, of course. You always need to get that speed along. And if you move fast, you do fast. Very good.
Thank you very much. The next question goes to Tom. This question from Lord Argast. What do you plan to do about the Blood Ravens problem?
I'm aware of that problem, and it's a great question. The Blood Ravens have come through, and I have a really bad tummy ache. Ouchie. Shouldn't have drank all those beers. Blood Ravens. Shoot them?
Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
This next question to Jupiter. This question from Osama bin Laden's ghost. How many wives will the faithful be able to take?
That really is determined by how faithful one is. The more faithful, of course, the more wives that are allotted. Now, and really, wives is a very old term. I prefer the term partners, because in this day and age, you with how gender politics and stuff are, you really want to be PC. So it's the more faithful you are, the more partners you can have. And of course, applying for said partnership only costs $10 that you can secure by voting for me.
Thank you, Jupiter. Going a bit off topic now, I'm going to ask you a second question, since this one is directed solely to you. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. Fuck you, Jupiter, for having me watch that 7-minute video of you talking random shit. Can you do a shorter video next time you run?
Yes.
That is possible, yes. I do apologize for your very short attention span.
I liked it.
As you know, it is always required that one do their best, and I feel like the other candidates just really didn't put that much effort in. There was a lot of editing that went on, and I feel like I did a good job. I actually only paid $10
Fuck you.
for the whole thing. $10 that you can't secure by voting for me.
Murder you. Murder you.
You know how hard it is to whiskey out of a racing helmet?
Let's calm down. Wow, what an amazing debate so far. Upper management says we need to take a quick break, so we'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Tomorrow, America will wake up to begin their day as they always have, hungry and fearful of the giant locusts that live in the attic. Whether it be the attic bugs or Soviet space apes, it is no matter, for there is, and has always been, side corn. Side corn is the most nutritious start of the day possible, with over 800 milligrams of goob in every bite. That's not to mention the scrumptious taste that corn on its side brings with the other favorites, snake taters and grown bones. Yes, side corn is a start to every day under this brave new world, under our glorious leadership of...
Hello, vote me for mayor, where it's not only for me, it's for you as well. As mayor, I will promise to uphold the quality of memes, even the really shit ones. I will listen to the people and meet their wishes and demand of memes. I will greet the people when I arrive and bark at them as they leave. But let's be serious now, having a cool title is cool. And if you vote for me, it will piss off Kenny. And what more reason do you need? Sunny D out.
Next question for Buttbot, represented by Bill. This question from Jeff's mom. I thought I won, so why is this happening?
I'm going to use the last thing that Buttbot said. Ooh, butts.
One for the ages. Thank you very much. Next question
God
over
bless
to
your
Captain
soul.
Obvious. This question from Captain Obvious. We have solid evidence that Fred was recently found funneling money away from the Zorg gasoline fund and into a remote group of water terrorists that are at war with the BPL. Besides being disqualified from the mayoral race, what punishment is fitting for Fred the Dirty Belgian?
No.
Well, thank you, Carl. That's a really good question. I mean, a really good. So, please, Fred, can you step off the stage, please?
No.
I think that besides being disqualified,
fuck you.
We should probably burn him at the stake, like a Christian candle at a Roman.
Thank you.
But we all know that he's not the only one involved, Carl. Stagger has been known to frequently cohort, whatever the word is, with Fred and the water terrorists.
No.
I'll do whatever I want, and
so has Tom and Sonny and who's the other guy, Jupiter. And
that's wrong. Who else? I only race cars.
Thank you very much, Captain Obvious. Next question goes to Fred. This question from a good friend of mine, Papa J. Why is Papa John's the best pizza? And when will you put into law the compulsory purchase of pizza?
Bulk.
Fred is clearly trying to get the Gonzo vote. Thank you very much. Next question going to Stagger. This
there we are.
From Seymour Butts.
Go on. Seymour Butts.
Would you like to see more butts? And why?
God, yes. God fucking yeah. I live for butts. I fucking see those butts. I see man butts. I see girl butts. I fucking need that shit every day. I see a butt across the room. It's not a good butt, but I have to look at it. Every single person who turns around in my presence, that butt gets inspected.
Woo!
I am the butt master.
Thank you, I think. Next question goes to Sunny D. This question from Senpai Weenie. Did you consider the consequences of your actions?
Maybe.
Thank you. Next question goes to Tom. This question from Prince Pedrick. What is France and why is it bad?
Well, I think France is a great country. They speak French over there. They got some foie gras. I mean, I had that only recently, but that's freaking delicious. They make the best wine in the world, I think. You know, I just can't say enough good things about France.
A divisive answer, to be sure. Thank you, Tom. Next question goes to Jupiter. This question is from an anonymous constituent. In the event of the loss of a limb by a legionnaire, what will you do with said limb to inspire morale of the Legion and the legionnaire limbless?
Well, of course you would take the limb and then beat the thing responsible for the loss of said limb. then of course we would have to reattach it, maybe with some stirrups. Stirrups which you can buy for $10 by securing my vote.
Staying on message. Thank you very much, Jupiter. Next question goes to Bill representing Buttbot. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. Can I have your cornbread?
That's a really good question. Mostly because, on one hand, Buttbot really loves cornbread, but on the other hand, Buttbot wants to make sure that everyone around, Buttbot is actually happy. So what I find that what Buttbot would do in the circumstance is that he would literally break bread with you, and he would share that bread, because everyone deserves to be happy.
Fuck you, no.
Spoken like a true statesman. Thank you, Buttbot. Bill. Next question, going to Captain Obvious. This question from an Engine Seer Adept. The question was in binary, but I've had our boys in the back room the translation is, balls deep in your cogitator. Your response.
I'm sorry. This one cuts deep for me. I didn't want to say this earlier because it would be too fantastical, but I feel like I have to. I have documents here that show that Stagger has a medical condition where he shits water.
Yes.
It's
What he
called
does with
alcoholism.
He goes to chapels of Zorg and he literally shits water onto consecrated temples of fire to try and put out the flame.
Cirrhosis.
If you want to do the cogitator thing, you do you, I'll look the other way. But we have to know this. We have to know the truth about Stagger and his watery.
My shits are watery. I will admit that. However, my watery shit. Well, no. I can't really justify
my answer
it.
is finished. I have finished my answer.
I was giving Stagger time to rebut, but it looks like he has concluded.
Not only are my shits very watery, but they also are very spicy.
Indeed.
Because all I eat are spicy foods. So that's a little bit flamboyant, isn't it?
Fuck you.
Next question, going to Fred. This question from Mighty Warriors. Have you noted it? Is it noted?
Yes, just call me Fred Hawkins. I'm immortal, so suck my fat dick. D-D-D-D-D-D-I-I-I-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C-C. Oof. Thank you, Fred. Moving on to Stagger. This question from the BPLN.
There
Black
we are.
Pants Legion News.
There we are.
Please tell me in great detail as to why you love my newspaper.
Well, to be totally honest, I lack the ability to read. However, I do like the comic section. I've read Garfield for a number of years, and you do have Garfield in there. And, like the new, comics in there, they're not as good as Garfield, but...
Lasagna. Goddamn Stouffer's lasagna.
That's right. Stouffer's. Big fan. Next question.
Thank you, Stagger. Next question going to Sunny D. This question from Korn. Am I to be forever cast upon my side?
Yes, it's the domination of the corn. As everyone knows, it's a curse and a blessing, but it's what it is.
Frank, and to the point. Moving on. This question for Tom. Question is entitled Shopping List. No, it's from Shopping List. Excuse me. The question is, a dozen eggs, ancient grain bread, the soap I like, that toothpaste with the gator on the skateboard on it, a fifth of gin, Skittles, the berry kind, extra small condoms. Your response.
What?
Well,
Yes.
as all of you know, that I am Magnum Dong Tomvadil, I don't really like tight condoms
No.
over my wiener.
Oof.
Of course. Who does? Anyway, I love the Skittles on that shopping list. Candy is the best. The best thing that you can have, aside from cars, that is. Anyway, I don't have any more cans of beer, so I have this bottle. So I'm going to take a quick swig and continue. Yeah, it's a great shopping list except for the condoms. Great. Fuck yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Jupiter, this question from an anonymous constituent. How did Tom find a genie's lamp to fart in?
Well, you see, Tom is a great person, but he is into some weird things, as we all know. Tom was attempting to whore himself out previously before this debate for votes, and we all know that that might work for some people, but as weird as Tom is, it might not. That being said, one can purchase a background check for Tom if one wishes to go on a date with him for $10 by voting for me.
My dates are free. I mean, come on. I respect you as a person, but I just don't think your facts were that accurate.
Tom, please don't get out of line. Don't raise your voice. This is a civil debate. Next question. Next question goes to Bill, representing Buttbot. This question from the Black Pants Legion News. How do you cook your chicken?
That is a very good question. Chicken is the perfect cuisine. It's worldwide. You can do anything with it. You can fry it, you can pan-sear it, you can bake it, you can roast it, you can dice it up. You can have it any way you like it. Chicken is perfect. And however you like your chicken, I fully support that. So please enjoy chicken today.
Hell yeah.
My fucking God.
I would follow you into hell. However, we're getting a request from the news media to also ask that question to Jupiter. Jupiter, how do you cook your chicken?
Well, see, it depends on what you really want to go for. There are many different recipes, and cooking is really an innate talent that one can learn, but it takes a long time to learn. I understand that I do have a history of cooking, and it may not have been the best, but as we all know, there are low points and there are high points. And I like to think that however you want to cook your chicken, you can do so. Of course, you want to be safe with a nice pair of oven mitts, to not burn your hands. You can, of course, buy those oven mitts with $10 that you can secure by voting for me.
Kill. Murder you.
Thank you. Captain Obvious, this question from Spoopy Skellington. Ack. How many bone meats do you possess?
Is Spoopy Skeleton present right now?
I'm not sure who's in the audience. I can't.
Can we get him out of here? I don't feel safe with a Spoopy Skeleton here. Can we get security on that?
Not do that.
Get him out of here.
Oof.
Get the skeleton out of here.
Oof.
Skeletons are people too. May I remind you, candidate Obvious?
Yes.
It was
1970.
My dog was killed by a skeleton, so I think I know the plight of people who've been terrorized by skeletons.
Sorry.
If you ever have problems with skeletons, just know it won't last long when I'm there.
Ominous, thank you very much. Next question goes to Fred. This question comes from one of the candidates themselves. Buttbot. Butts. Butt. Your response.
Well, you see, Mr. Colberto, I don't have a line for this. Fuck you.
Thank you, Fred. Next question going to Stagger. This question from Bubblegoots the Shardifier. What happens when the dirt goes but stops, and then there's dirt farther down but not in front of anymore?
Right. I would say that anyone who doesn't support me will die because I'm a living god. The end.
No.
Okay, next question going to Sunny D from the Black Pants Legion News. Question is, who the fuck is Bloop?
The brother of Roop, and the sister of Grip, and maybe the cousin of Plurp.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book, thank you. Next question goes to Tom. This question from Not Buttbot. Sometimes there is not enough butt. What can you do about this?
Well, butts aren't really my area of expertise, but I think it's a great thing that we have butts in this world. I, for one, really love butts, but I just don't know a whole lot about them.
Oof.
Thank you, Tom. Next question goes to Jupiter. This question from a Ukrainian name. How the boys in the back have translated this, and it translates to benefits of wines. The question is, do you feel like I do?
I like to think that I feel like everybody does. Being
like I do?
Being one of the common men, I was born just as everyone. I'd put my pants on one leg at a time. And I put my shoes on one at a time. Now, this is really a hard question to answer because you never know how somebody is feeling on the inside.
Bork.
But you can get a therapist for about $10 that you can secure by voting for me.
Sorry, I was texting and wasn't paying attention. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Stop eating a bitch and drink it!
What? God, oh, what the fuck? Oh, my eyes! Piss energy drink! The only energy drink with saturated fat! Now with the fucking lemon!
Whoa, that guy just got shot. Wait, is that piss energy drink with lemon? How does that work?
Here, try some! Let our totally real Scottish accent piss spokesman who works for the Australian government tell you how it all works.
As we all know, hydration is very important. Every single human being on this planet requires hydration just to stay alive, which is why more and more hydrating products are being introduced to our society. However, some energy drinks, such as piss with additional lemon flavor, can be quite harmful. The harmful chemicals in piss alone do enough damage. However, when you add the lemon, well, that creates some of the fatal consequences. Here is a gentleman who has had to have his kidneys and his left lung removed just after consuming one bottle of piss with lemon. So just remember, every cup of piss, especially with lemon, is doing you damage.
Whoa, awesome!
Take a fucking piss.
This product has not been approved by the FDA or any living being on Earth. If you try to drink piss, you will probably die. Actually, if you drink piss, you will die. Please do not drink piss. This is a really bad idea. This has been a message from the Australian government.
Hello, everyone. But, who is it? What is it? And why is it not mayor yet? But depends on a vote from you to become the first ever mayor that this place has ever seen. The proverbial meme bot version of George Washington. And this text channel is where Bot crosses the digital Delaware and into your votes today. So God bless the Black Pants Legion and God bless Bot today.
Moving on to Bill, representing Buttbot. This question also from Jeff's mom. I am Jeff's mom, and I am the head of the water terrorist group Aluakwa Shalbalato something, and I hate Zorg and the BPL, and I want to put water everywhere. The question here is, how do you guys feel that candidate Stagger sends me money to fund my water terrorism?
Who fucking cares? She's a fucking terrorist. She's a fucking monster, isn't she? She wants nothing.
The question is for Bill.
What are you going to do about it?
I don't send her money on purpose. It's like
we have the documents.
Yes.
I got her pregnant. It's
Whoa. Can I ask a question?
You could.
Unorthodox, but I'll allow it.
Moderator, no, I just want him to continue, that's all.
Sorry.
Stagger stuck his pee-pee in water terrorist. Stagger no true Zorg.
I will.
Zorg student.
Well, she did that about twice.
This is shocking.
1,800.
Thank you, moderator.
Captain Obvious, this question from Happy Truck Osborne. What is your plans, if any, on further development of social interaction, in person or remote, within the community?
That's a great question, and it's great to get questions from the trucking community. You know, they are the lifeblood. As for the interactions, it has been known that I have personally organized all of the meetups of the BPL. I have set the dates. I have paid people to come over from Europe myself, and I promote in-person interactions within the BPL.
No.
I want us to be a united community against water terrorism and Jeff's mom and Stagger and the BPL.
Why is everyone really angry at Stagger in chat also?
Stagger, are you remaining in the debates?
Yes.
You've returned, despite the shocking revelations. I will put you back on the panel. Thank you,
I still have 30 seconds.
Next question goes to Fred.
Hi.
This question from an unhappy face. Why are you running for mayor, and what made you think this was a good idea?
Tex. Vote Fred. It's a vote wasted.
A personal appeal. Next question goes to Stagger, who is still on the panel, I guess.
Apparently.
This question from a high school girl with huge gazonga gongs.
There we go.
What is your opinion on increasing the maximum bra size?
Damn girl, what's your name?
I am not the girl. I am merely saying the questions.
So you get like a phone number or something?
We'll talk after the debate.
There we go.
Next question goes to Sunny D. This question from a concerned citizen. You find a stack of $30,000 and a block of cocaine on the sidewalk. How hard will you party and for how long? Also, can I come? Please. I am so lonely.
Well, you haven't seen the best memes yet. Let's leave it at that.
Creepy laugh. Next question goes to Tom. This question from a sad taco emoji. What is your favorite emoji?
Well, I don't really have a favorite one, but here's a sweet bass solo that I wrote myself.
Oof.
No, I like that. Fuck you. It's good.
Yes. Oof.
That's it.
Bewitching. Thank you very much. Next question to Jupiter from I forgot to add cheeses. Cheese, Magnos. What is a wax paper? Ask the vegetable people. Preparation H, my antidepressants.
Thank you for asking such a question. Of course, the only answer that one can answer to that question is apricots, canned soda, deodorant, apple juice. How do you do?
The first time you haven't referenced $10. Thank you very much. Next question goes to Bill representing ButtBot. This question from Beeps. What is your opinion on the legality of self-administered subcutaneous injections of semen into limbs for the resolution of pain?
Oof.
Wow. That's quite the question you've got there. Pass.
Oof.
Can I take the question?
Captain Obvious.
Oh, you can take anything you want, babe.
Thank you, babe. What was the question?
What is your opinion on the legality of self-administered subcutaneous injections of semen into limbs for the resolution of pain?
Pass.
Fred, your answer.
I will. Hug me, Daddy.
Interesting answer.
Thank you.
Next question to Sunny D. Help. I accidentally the whole thing asks, how do shoot web?
From your butt, of course. As normal people always do.
As normal people always do. Thank you. Next question goes to Tom. This question from Black Pants Legion News. Can I replace you when you win, or do I have to let out my German anger on you?
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I'd love to be mayor, and also here's a sweet disco groove line that I wrote myself.
No. No. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't have a line for this.
That's it.
Why?
Thank you.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Next question goes to Tex. Tex, does JFK's head really do that?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Tex. Next question goes to Jupiter. Marked open tag marquee 1996 close tag marquee asks, can write valid HTML5?
As we all know, front end is the devil. You only do front end if you're not good enough for the back end. But you can purchase lessons to be good enough for the back end with the $10 that you will secure by voting for me.
Thank you, Jupiter. We won't forget that you forgot to add $10 to your last answer. Next question to Bill, represented by Buttbot. This question from Zorg. I think Fred, Stagger, and Tom are shit and shouldn't be mayor. My question is, how do you feel about that?
I think that's absolutely unnecessarily rude.
Fuck you.
Everyone deserves a fair chance on this platform right now. The fact that someone would even use a question to smear a candidate up here is inexcusable. So fuck you, whoever wrote this question. Let's go to the next one.
Yes, fuck
to the
you.
next question,
please.
To Captain Obvious. This question from a mighty warrior. Are you a hero? Is it noted?
It has been noted many times that I am. And to prove that I'm a hero, I'd like to read a poem that I wrote.
Oof.
Go on.
Men of Harlech in the hall, do ye hear like rushing billow? Wave on wave that surging follow. Battle's distant sound. 'Tis the tramp of Saxon foemen, Saxon spearmen, Saxon bowmen. Be they knights or hinds or yeomen, they shall bite the ground.
Okay, don't.
Loose the folds asunder. Flag we conquer under. The placid sky now bright on high shall launch its bolts in thunder. Onward, 'tis the country needs us. His brave is he who leads us. Hang on, I gotta mute fucking Fred real quick.
No.
Just give me 2 minutes.
No.
2 seconds.
Please.
Okay, that's better. Onward, 'tis the country needs us. He is bravest, he who leads us. Honor self now proudly heeds us. Freedom, God, and right. Rocky steeps and passes narrow. Flash of spear and flight of arrow. Who would think of death or sorrow? Death is. Hurl the reeling horseman over. Let the earth dead foeman cover. Fate a friend of wife of lover. Trembles on a blow. Strands of life are riven. Blow for blow is given. In a deadly lock or battle shock, and mercy shrieks to heaven. Men of Harlech, young or hoary, would you win a name in story? Strike for home, for life, for glory, freedom, Zorg and right. Thank you.
Time was not eloped. Thank you very much. Next question would go to Fred, but Fred's been a little shit, so I'm going to skip him and go straight to Stagger.
Yeah, fuck everybody but me.
A question from an anonymous constituent.
There we are.
How many mayors would a mayor if a mayor could mayor mayors?
It doesn't matter. I'm the only mayor. That's it.
No.
Interesting answer. Sunny D. This question from Your Sanity. What made you think opening questions to the public was a good idea? This question may have been for me.
Well, first of all, that sanity were left a long time ago. But whatever the people needs, probably maybe we'll get. I promise nothing, just like any political candidate.
Thank you very much. My answer to this question is I didn't think it through. Moving on, we go to Tom. Tom, a question from an anonymous constituent. Have you ever had to have your pants surgically removed due to shitting your pants too hard?
Oh, that was my question. Oh, Well.
Oh no, they actually said that? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I can't believe they told you that.
You see,
Tom,
when you
please
shit
answer
your
the
pants,
question.
See, when you shit your pants and you leave it for a long time, it actually ends up cementing to your skin, and there's nothing else you can do after that happens. So you got to go to the hospital and have your fucking pants surgically removed.
Thank you, Tom, but you didn't answer the question. Have you ever had to have your pants surgically removed due to shitting your pants?
I have. Twice, actually. I had to have pants bypass at least 2 times.
I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry that it's now on a public forum. Moving
Almost
on.
3 times.
Next question to Jupiter. This question from the guard on the wall. African or European swallow?
Now, if this is a question of airspeed, of course one wants to go with the African swallow. Is there a more robust swallow, therefore able to carry more coconuts, is always the age-old question. European swallows, although faster, do have a smaller carry weight. Therefore, if one were to try to carry a coconut, it would not get that far. Now, if one wants to test this, one can simply go buy a pair of coconuts and catch a swallow for under $10, which one can secure by voting for me.
Thank you. Though coconuts were not part of the question. Moving on to Bill representing Buttbot. Question from an anonymous constituent. Why should we trust you over Jeff's mom?
Don't.
Oof.
Wow. Moving on to Captain Obvious. A concerned citizen asks, what are you going to do about the greatest blight on voice chat? Loud, obnoxious users make voice chat a problem for everyone. Also, snoring.
Steven, execute Order 66.
A strong response. Next question goes to Fred, though I may regret it. This question from Ricardo. Question is, why are you gay for Ricardo?
Well, you see, Mr. Colberto. I don't. There is a big peanut baby over there. Yes.
Thank you, Fred. Moving on to Stagger.
Sorry.
Question from an anonymous constituent. Imagine beating someone to death with the last one.
I'm not really familiar with what you're even talking about.
Thank you very much, Stagger. Moving on.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck everybody but me. Vote for me for mayor.
No. Fuck you. Vote Fred. It's a vote wasted.
Fred, please calm down. This is a civil discussion. Tom. Question from Not Pete. Why is Pete black, yet he is the whitest guy in the Legion?
Well, I respect that he is indeed black. Well, I don't think he's that white either, but he has a pretty sexy accent, I think.
Correction for the record, he is in fact black. We have researched this and discovered it. The afro is enormous, just for the record.
The record will reflect. Moving on. Next question to Jupiter. Question from Diggs. Thoughts on legitimate subgroups, such as Bear Pants Legion?
As fun as the idea of Bear Pants Legion sounds, I do not think the fracturing our already scattered-brained organization is really worth the risk and or trouble that would be caused by doing so. I think if mainly we get more people to interact with each other more, maybe even rejoice in the receiving of $10 that they can receive by voting for me, that it might bring us closer together.
Well, that response has made me want to die. Speaking of death, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with the Black Pants Legion March 2019 debate. Hey, Discount Anywhere, Discount Dance, pretty good robots. You like robots? You like money coming out of Discount Dance? Pretty good robots, where we got robots that are pretty good. Not great, not terrible, pretty good. They move, they talk, they sometimes make sense, sometimes they don't, but they're pretty good. We got robots that can crawl, bite, fight, punch, shoot sparks, fight fires, be on fire, walk around on fire, so much fire! We got robots that can sing, dance, fart, explode for various reasons, including defects. We got robots with defects, with so many defects that we pass the savings on to you. We got sparky boys, fast ones, metal ones, plastic ones, smart ones, dumb ones. We've got the kind that went back in time with an Austrian accent for no reason.
You should buy Lock and Gluga. They are the best guns for Americans.
Look, I know in this robot economy you get a lot of choices in fulfilling your robot needs, but don't buy from anybody. Buy from Discount Dan's, where I will pass this robot savings on to you with my quality, gently used, somewhat defective robots. I'll even throw in 2 robots for the price of 1. Did I mention our new line of almost human, totally believable robots with new feelings and emotions? Check this out.
I see things you people wouldn't believe. Attached ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All these moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain. Time to die.
Nice, now that's classy. You couldn't even tell he was a robot until the end, right? That's right. Remember, coming down to Discount Dan's where I'll take that money right out of your fucking hand because I fucking care. Also, don't get them wet.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. As many of you know, I am running for the mayor of the Black Pants Legion. You should vote for me. Or else. Thank you.
In this dark day and age, our leader Mr. Tex decided to hold their election for the position in the Black Pants Legion. Many corrupted and untrustworthy rose for the occasion to corrupt and destroy our society with lies and deceit. But one step up to confront them and lose the election promises and no bullshit, I swear on me mum. His name is Fred and he swore to become your glorious leader of the Black Pants Legion. Or some shit like, I know I'm just a voice on the internet that sound cool and win MLG's cup, like all the time. Fred is a real cool guy though. If he becomes mayor he will probably yes definitely, it's not a lie I swear, create Pez ICBMs and make Prussia great again. And here is a few words from our future glorious leader.
Fellow Legionnaire, soon it will be time to vote. I already gather support. Victory is assured. But I will not stop until I won. After all, I will lose. Always. So vote for me. It's a wasted vote. Once mayor, I will change the title to Glorious Leader. Because after all, it should be the proper name. Second, I will build a glorious mansion, aka a voice channel, just for mayor business and shit. It will be a crazy place, a great place, filled with cancer. Oh, I know what I shall call it. The Crazy House. Yes, definitely. Of course, as already guaranteed and will maybe definitely do is start the research on world-ending Pez ICBMs. And with these, help our non-existent ally, Prussia, be great again. Thank you all for your time, and hail Fred!
Our future glorious leader already has the support of pro-eminent people already such as Mr. Tex, King of Cargonia and Quartermaster.
Yeah, I vote Fred.
Big Man Tyro, leader of Kyrgyzstan and voice of the free internet.
Let's vote for Fred!
And last but not least Stephen the 5th 25, our gatekeeper truly love, not gay, is greatness and pledged his support.
I vote Fred.
And remember to vote Fred, after all, a vote for Fred is a vote wasted.
closer indeed. Bill, a question from a concerned citizen of the BPL. What are you going to do to further promote gun rights within the BPL?
You know, that's honestly a very good question. Everyone is allowed to bear arms around here, right? Everyone has the right to wield a weapon. Everyone has the right to shoot it off out here. I don't understand the question. Gun rights are the norm around here, concerned citizen. So what I'm really concerned about is about you. Because gun rights are already here. We already have that privilege. We can already shoot off our rooty-tooty points and shooties wherever we like. So, concerned citizen, I want to dismiss your concern as politely as possible. I apologize if this offends you.
A diplomatic answer. Next question to Captain Obvious from Salty Spittoon Bouncer. What makes you tough enough to get into the Salty Spittoon?
Wow. It's a good question. Salty man. I remember it was probably maybe 10 years back in Fresno, 2004. I was there. I seen it happen. If you want to know what it was, maybe you'd have to vote for me. Maybe I'll tell it here. But if you knew what it was, you'd know that I'd go into the salty spit and I'd...
Continuing on.
I'm going to say that your time has run out because you're speaking nonsense. Moving on to Fred. This question from Danky Kang. What if Zelda was a grill?
She could have been.
Tex. Hug me, Daddy. I beg you.
Tex, a response to the question.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say,
Please.
No. Now get in your fucking corner, Belgium, and make some fucking waffles.
Please. Tex.
No.
Please. Hug me, Daddy.
Thank you, Fred. Next question, Stagger.
There we are.
Not a lonely watermelon.
There we are.
Would you fuck a watermelon?
Absolutely. Well, actually, it really depends on the temperature. Yeah, no, I would, regardless. I'd fuck a watermelon.
As would I. Moving on. Sunny D, Rocket Man asks, question?
Of course. You just need to ask. Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Bill, Indigo Clam Followers says, or asks, do you fear the Reaper?
Buttbot does not fear death. Buttbot is eternal.
No.
Eternal indeed. Captain Obvious, you ask, what is the proper chili recipe?
Here's the thing about that. This is a very contentious question. In fact, many would not even want to asked or answered here today. Pass.
Go on.
Stagger, Captain Obvious asks, what is your preferred pronunciation of GIF or GIF?
No, it's GIF. If you pronounce it GIF, you should be put on a cross and nailed to it. The end.
Sunny D. Colberto asks, what is your stance on child murderers? I didn't ask.
Well, I'm not sure if it's goofy or it's regular. Depends on how fast I'm
Goofy or regular child murders?
I will kill.
Please, please, Fred, please. Anyway.
Sorry.
Next question for Tom. Fuck you asks, we have no Asians, so are you planning on changing?
Well, if Asians wanted in, I'm sure they could get in if they wanted to. They just have to get past our great gatekeeper, Steven, who's a great guy. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So what you're saying is that Steven is very racist against Asians?
No.
Kind of are.
Against,
you called him a great gatekeeper.
Excuse me, Colberto.
Through.
You believe that we could respond to questions that pertain to...
You can indeed.
I have a confession to make.
Go on.
I once saw an Asian.
Shocking. Shocking. Are you sure? This is recorded, sir.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't see it with my own two eyes.
Oof.
It might have been in Fresno, 2004.
Bulk.
God damn it. Get out of here.
Your story keeps coming together. Thank you. Moving on. Jupiter, a question. Shitty YouTuber asks, when will I get my party popper?
Well, your party popper will come whenever the delivery date is due. Of course, you could have expedited the delivery with $10 that you can secure by voting for me.
Wow. Bill, Captain Obvious asks, do you believe in Scoop Earth theory?
Scoop Earth.
Does anyone know what Scoop Earth exactly is?
I can help with that.
Please go ahead.
So imagine the Raisin Bran. Yes, you have it all in your head.
What?
Okay, so
the Raisin Bran. You know the Raisin Bran sun.
I'm
that
familiar
has the
with
scoop.
2 scoops, and there's a sun on the box.
So you know the instrument that he uses for the scooping action.
Yes.
Sands the raisins and put earth on the scoop. It is the scoop. Scoop earth.
Right.
With that clear clarification, your answer.
I'm in absolute support of this personally. I can't speak for Buttbot though. I think Buttbot is, agnostic, probably doesn't profess any particular religion except for butt. So, that said, that's the answer.
That is the answer, Captain Obvious.
I swear to Zorg.
Mr. Tex the Awesome asks, Locke or Gluger?
That is a great question. Honestly, one of those is Belgian. Can you please answer that question? Is a Locke a Belgian-German hybrid? I feel like this is an answer that was sponsored by Fred and BPLNN, who are funding this whole debate. I can see right through.
Fuck you.
Why would they shield their weapons?
Very interesting answer, very bad answer. Thank you very much.
I support rubber band guns.
Fuck you.
Moving on to Fred.
That's my answer.
Yes.
A problem drinker asks, dare me to chug this whole 40, shorty?
Yes.
I fucking dare you.
Yes.
You heard it here first?
Yes.
Fred is an alcoholic.
Bork. No. Fuck you.
Stagger Pizza Time asks, say in grado de parles inglés?
What does that mean?
One moment, we'll go to the back room. Are you able to speak English? Said in Italian.
Well, I mean, Italian isn't a real language. It's more like garbage monster language for not people. If I was going to be honest.
Moving on, Canute asks, what is your stance on the rampant Pez plague terrorizing our legion?
Pez is trash. It's candy for nerds who don't want to put in the time.
Sunny D,
Goddamn lasagna.
Dragon asks, would you use a dragon dildo? If so, would you be interested in one shaped like my dragon dong?
Well, if you got a fucking dick shaped like a fucking Coke can, good on you.
I believe the question was for the Norwegian.
Well, it's the perfect weapon. It's huge, and if you hit someone with it, they won't hit back because they're afraid of you.
I would be afraid of it too. Tom, a confused man, asks, what?
Yeah, what? Well, whatever, man. Deputy Cottonmouth just said I'd had enough alcohol, but I just opened another beer, so, yeah.
Merp, indeed. Jupiter Gates asks, should furries continue to be tolerated within the Legion?
I'm gonna have to take a hard stance here and say no. I am personally a member of the Anti-Furry Liberation Front. I do not believe that furries are people or that they are should be considered things. Personally, furries disgust me. That being said, if you are a furry, I will change my mind for $10.
No.
$10 again.
Oof.
Bill Rocketman asks, Zorg?
Zorg.
Zorg. Captain Obvious? Jesus asks, I want you to take the wheel, will you let me? Or I want to take the wheel, will you let me?
I yield my wheel to Zorg only.
Zorg. Fred Red Mage asks, can you make anime real?
No. I will burn you.
Sure to make him cry.
Yes.
Stagger. Edgelord6969 asks, cats or dogs?
Yes.
Stagger, your answer.
Sorry, I wasn't in control. Dogs. Easy peasy, living greasy dogs every time.
Balk.
Sunny D. Little Timmy asks, will you tuck me in and tell me a bedtime story?
Well, I'm not sure you want that.
You've passed the test. Chris Hansen asked that question. Next question to Tom. The town drunk asks, how are you going to deal with the rise in population of hot dogs?
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna eat all those motherfuckers. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Jupiter, Cole's evil twin but with hair, asks, how many pancakes does it take to re-roof a doghouse?
It really depends on the thickness of said pancakes and what batter is used. If you use a light and fluffy batter, generally you can do it with less pancakes. I believe there was a study that was published in 1932 that they used a thicker brand of pancake batter mix, and it only required 33. But there was a study just 6 months ago that came out.
What the fuck?
That they found.
Why do I believe you?
That using a lighter, thinner pancake mix, they were able to do it in just 25. Of course, those pancakes and the assorted research is locked behind a paywall, but by voting for me, you can get the $10 to research.
Knowledge is power. Bill representing Buttbot, Mr. Poopy Butthole asks, I farted and shitted and cummed my pants. What do?
I think I'm going to have to defer to that earlier point in which someone went into exhaustive detail on butt surgery and what happens if you don't clean up after that. I think that would be the right course of action, personally.
The right course of action, to be clear, to have surgery for your pants.
Yes.
Good to know. Captain Obvious, an anonymous constituent asks, are traps gay?
Damn.
That's a great question, honey.
Can
really
this be
good
an
question,
open
Carl.
question?
You're on fire tonight. Actually, let's do that. I'm just gonna give my answer first, and we'll go through. And I'm just gonna say yes. Bill, your response.
I apologize, Mr. Moderator, but this is an absolutely fascinating question that I haven't really heard a good answer to. Are
Yeah.
traps gay?
Are traps gay?
Do you have an answer, Bill?
You know, I mean, it's all about context, I suppose, like personally, which is if I know the person in question is actually a trap and I actively go into a consensual arrangement with them, then yes, it is gay. But otherwise, it's premised on deception, which is, completely against the concept of consent.
Are you so do not let me put words in your mouth, but are you implying that traps can also be rapists?
We live in a society, one in which we live in a society in which
we live in a society. I would like to submit that anybody I've fucked is straight until I say so.
It's a good answer.
Answers all around. Thank you very much. Fred, Rocketman asks, please give me mod.
No, thank you.
The correct answer. Moving on, Stagger, the Apathy Party asks, why are you running for mayor? Politics is for losers.
That is entirely correct, and that is why I am. It's because I want to fail. As long as I continue doing dumb shit, I can continue to do funny things. And if I fail, like this time, like maybe next time I'll maybe like run it under the idea of like, how do you say? Like this time maybe I'll be like, oh yeah, it's like a fucking shit. Never mind, I'm drunk.
Oof.
Yeah. Right.
Oof, indeed. Stagger is drunk. You heard it here.
No, I'm actually. Yeah. Yeah, fuck
Sunny
it.
D.
Who cares?
An anonymous constituent asks, tricycles for the whole Legion? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course, with jet boosters and sprinkles and of course horns.
I've wanted sprinkles on my bikes for years. Tom, an anonymous constituent asks, fuck you, Colberger.
Oh, what? I fucking know
Fuck
that
you.
guy.
I denounce that man.
Colberto is the best motherfucker in the Legion. I tell you what, man. Oh, love that guy.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Thank
Boner huffer.
Jupiter, an anonymous constituent asks, ah! The content was insert Wilhelm scream as a question. I did my best.
Thank you for asking such an amazing question. Really, that such a question brings to mind the great political debates of 1312, and of course the wonderful speeches by John Jamison in 1933. The only way to answer such a question is
A valiant effort. Thank you very much. The final question of the debates goes to Bill as Buttbot's representative. Question comes from an anonymous constituent. Can you dig with your hands?
Buttbot doesn't actually really have hands in the traditional sense. I mean, yes, there is the robotic element that can scratch at dirt at the ground, yes, and it takes a long time painfully, but that hand also gives handshakes. It also gives high fives. It also gives knuckle bumps. Buttbot is your friend, so vote for Buttbot today.
Thank you,
Shotgun Bill. Like, to hear his voice. It's fucking beautiful, isn't it?
To conclude
I'll
the
be
debate,
back.
let's go through each candidate and we'll be able to...
Oh my god.
Get down!
I believe candidate Fred just discharged a weapon.
Yes.
Into Stagger's face.
Yes.
Tell my brother I love him.
Thank you.
In the
I
spirit
will.
of Teddy Roosevelt, we will continue to wrap up this debate before the ambulance is called. Each candidate will be allowed a 30-second closing statement, starting with Captain Obvious.
Why did cum come out of Stagger's wound from his head?
Thank you for that closing statement. Fred, your closing statement.
If I lose the election, it has been rigged. Vote Fred.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Fred. Moving on, Stagger, your closing statement.
Everything hurts, and god damn it, you should vote for me because I'm way cooler than anybody else. God damn it.
Sunny D.
Get more memes today. Vote me.
Tom.
Hey, I just want to thank everyone for coming out here tonight and listening to me and Stagger drink and start talking about stuff.
Yeah, really, this was just a drinking session for the two of us.
For real. Anyway.
Yeah,
I wish
we
I had
did
my
well.
bass on me right now and had more time so I could actually do a bass solo again, like the people want. Yeah, that could be arranged maybe later, but right now there's not enough time. So thanks again. Vote for Tom, free candy, and Nova. Let's go on a date.
Jupiter, your closing statement.
I'd like to thank everybody who came out today on this wonderful debate. I feel that it was very professional. It was a lot better than many people anticipated.
No, it wasn't.
And
That's not true.
I want to give a special thanks to our moderator, Colberto.
Oh, Colberto. He's the only one who tried. Let's be honest.
And there has been a lot of claims that I have been lying in my campaign and that I am not trustworthy. But I would like to reference the fact that I did, in fact, help put down the mummy incursion of 2018. And,
God bless.
And that I have been true in my promise of money. Just ask Canute, who through my monetary backing has lost 80 pounds. A vote for me is $10 in your pocket.
Thank you, Jupiter, and thank you for your service. Tom also breaking Nova's response to your request. Eat shit, Tom.
A resounding no, of course.
Yeah, well, no.
Knows the deal.
However,
she knows the deal.
One more final statement from Bill, representing Buttbot. Bill.
God, Bill. I wish you won.
Buttbot, Who is it? What is it? And why is it not mayor yet? Buttbot depends on a vote from you to become the first ever mayor that this place has ever seen. The proverbial meme bot version of George Washington. And this debate is where Buttbot crosses the digital Delaware again and into your votes today. So please, God bless the Black Pants Legion and God bless Buttbot.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
All of the candidates for coming out tonight and answering the questions from your constituents. I want to thank the entire team here. This has been Colbar moderating the debate. Thank you and good night.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Sleepy Pete of Black Pants Legion, aka British Pete, aka that limey bastard, and I represent the black vote, singular. Yes ladies and gentlemen, behind this softly spoken voice is the face of a man with a permanent tan, and rocking a fro like it was never out of style. Edsamans, throw up the picture of me in the suit somewhere, we need proof. Thank you. Right, now that my race card has been validated and proof submitted, let's get on with this. This mayoral Q&A was everything that is both wrong and right with politics in a nutshell. There were more votes than voters. Everyone standing was a lunatic, and corruption and personal attacks fell down upon all our heads like so much burning excrement. It was truly an experience to behold. Much like it's an experience to require one's pants to be surgically removed due to fecal fusion. Generally unpleasant, but one hell of a story to tell while shit-faced. Now, as the token kinda black guy, people might expect me to say something cringy like put in the black in black pants, but, well, I'm a bit of a shitter and I won't be indulging in those people. I mean, I could go on about how much of a unicorn I am with the fact that I'm Mormon, part Jewish, part Gypsy, part Irish, part fuck knows what else, and from one of the roughest parts of London, but you're not here for me, you're here for Tex. So, well, remember these words, for despite our differences in skin, language, politics, beliefs, and whether or not you think that baked beans go better on pizza than pineapple, before Zod's burning gaze, we are all just so much kindling. So, we might as well just try to be the best specimens we can do. Now go haul that freight, and miners, do not die. Praise Zod.
Oof.